a Darius versus a Jax. You would think in the current setup, Darius should win that lane.
He does early on. I mean, just the magic damage it takes over time, because Jax has to get close to, obviously, CS, so as long as you keep hitting him, he's going to bleed to death. Jax will overtake him about 7 or 8, I think even maybe 6, depending on how he plays and how well he farms, but Darren will have that advantage, and we'll see how well he can do it, because he was camped last game so much. He was shut down completely. And
it was all about that 2 kills, that double kill for Cloud Templar in the top lane. Really, it was massive, and the fact that he has got Xin Zhao again, is that going to be a problem again?
Well, I mean, they have the Xin and the Gragas combo. That's what's really scary about it.
They don't wild growth as well.
Yeah,
as the audacious charges.
They don't have the Singe though. That was kind of one of the key factors with that last team, or the team fighting, was that they could fling someone out with that Gragas ultimate. But we'll see how it works for them here. I mean, we do have the Nasus Wither, so Jax or Caitlyn will be shut down. They don't have cleanse to get rid of it. So depending on who he hits it with, he's going to limit a lot of damage. But it's up to Gambit to really take this game here.
And let's also talk about the mid lane. We're going to have Alexic once again 2v1 in. Caitlyn was banned out last time because they knew how the problem was going to be in that mid lane. Woong and Mad Life, they did exactly the same against Evil Geniuses. They did exactly the same in the last game. And again, Alexic looking like he's going to be 2v1. Are we going to have a lane switch here?
I'm not too sure. I mean, we do have Darren down at the bot lane, so it looks like they're going to send the solos down there. But I mean, you're completely right. Alex, he did get shut down early on. He had a lot of CS, but like we were saying before, it's not about his CS that he usually gets. It's the kills he usually creates for his team, the opportunities. He wasn't able to do it last game. I wouldn't be surprised if he does go 1v2. Maybe Diamond's going to actually gank his lane a lot more and give him some more advantages or some more potential to pick up a couple of kills.
Well, we see a lot of wards coming out from both teams, covering out that river. Nobody going for any invades, nothing crazy coming out, and it does look like it's going to be Woong and Mad Life leashing out in that jungle. Mad Life, though, is going to come around the corner, throws out that Glitter Lance, and they realized obviously they had that ward in the Death Bush, and they are going to try and get forced away. They don't want to give the blue buff to Rapid Star, and this is actually a good use here from Gambit Gaming.
Yeah, this is a great play, because they did this last game having Rapid Star with that blue buff in that solo lane 1v2.
But Edward looking, he's winding up for the hook there, but instead he's going to get caught out. There's going to be the stun trying to come through. Shice has gone with that stun to start with, though. Diamond has managed to ignite it. Can he get it away? He's smited it away. Will the damage be enough? Oh, that's going to be the Glitter Lance. The power's going to come out. It's not quite going to take him down. And Rapid Star will try to pursue this one, but they have managed to escape, and they have got the steal. Diamond's probably going to go directly for his blue now.
Yeah, great job again, but they're just to deny that away, as Templar is actually invading the red buff, knowing that Diamond Pumps is really low. He might get caught.
They're collapsing on him, and they're going to come around the side there. He's already been ignited. He's going to have the damage down. Can Genja put enough down? One more hit will come out. Here comes Diamond Prox. Edward picks up the kill and turns it on there. Good work now coming on. First blood for Edward. There's going to be the Piltover Peacemaker going across. Edward's taking damage from the red buff as well. They're still hanging around for this one.
And look at Gambit, they're completely different, or playing completely different this game. They don't want to give this one up. And one thing I want to look at really quickly is Darius. And Darren in that bot lane, he's left alone this entire time for himself.
He's been forced away, and you can see he's going to pick up the red there, but Alexic has gone on towards the top lane, has used the Fortitude Potion already. He's going to keep the pressure on towards Rapid Star, but that red buff will get picked up by Diamond Prox.
Yep, and going back to Darius real quick, Darren in that bottom lane, he's level 3 to a level 1 shy. He has this huge advantage. He's stronger than him pre-6 easily, but now he's going to be able to hit that 6 a little bit earlier. We're going to have to see potentially Cloud Templar come down there and babysit him a little bit just so Shy can catch up, and this is going to be a very crucial point to watch that bot lane.
Talking about level 3 to level 1s, we also have the same situation. Cloud Templar only just hitting to their Diamond Prox, of course. He's going to be heading straight back. He's managed to get the raids as well, so he's going back around his course. Oh, Edwards managed to hook on towards Mad Life. Are they going to keep the damage down? The turret not doing the damage down. They're turning it on towards Genja, and Genja pressured there. And actually, in terms of CS, Kun Woong doing a good job.
Yeah, and he's going to keep this lane pushed up. Genja's going to miss a lot of CS here, a lot of experience in levels, experience in gold, which is really going to put him behind.
Massive at the bottom lane.
It's huge. That's because Darren's been left alone down there. I mean, still level 2 to level 4 right now. And you cannot beat a Darius, early on as a Jax unless you get some sort of gank or something. But we do have Diamond Prox heading down towards his bottom lane. Looks like they want to go for a gank on Shy.
Alexic having to jump away from that one. They were going to keep the pressure on. It's Edward that was taken very low in their mid lane, though. He's heard the pings going off. But Alexic is going to back away, and it's Alexic that's being continually pressured. How does this work out here? A Gragas versus a Kha'Zix. As it stands, you would normally give probably Alex the benefit of the doubt, since the fact that he is playing Kha'Zix and it is Alexic, but he's against Rapid Star. Rapid Star is a tremendous AP mid.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to who can manage their mana a little bit, because Rapid Star obviously has that mana regen from that W, and Alex, he's not going to be in the vicinity to pick up his own blue buff unless they want to invade and take it away. I'm going to give it to Alex early on, but obviously we should see Rapid Star. Actually, no, sorry. I'm going to give it to Rapid Star early on, but Alex, it should overpower him a little bit later. Once he hits level 6 and has that nice sustain, that mid turret is very low already, and we saw this happen last game with the AD support mid lane. The jungler comes in, Cloud Templar, and picks up that turret, and they rotate into another lane.
Yeah, let's see where they do pressure off to there. Hook going on towards Shy there. It does manage to get the bleed down. Counter-Strike was followed straight back, but it's gaining up slowly. Diamond Prox coming in towards this bottom lane. Can he get a creep around there? Shy is just jumping through them potions.
He has no flash.
He is going to come around. He has no flash because he's already used it just a moment ago in that fight earlier on.
4 seconds on the apprehend.
There's the first set chug. Apprehend will be available. Cloud Templar is just off to the side. You can see him. He's on them golems ready and waiting to expect it. And you can see Darian, he's just waiting for his perfect moment to get that apprehend. Wither would come down. We also have the Thresh Prince of Armenia heading his way down in the jungle. Edward coming around, he's going to ward out that red buff, realizes, pings it straight away. They spot him, and actually he's going to move towards him. They're going to try and just bully them away from this lane. They can see they're going up towards the top there. Will they be able to catch on towards anyone? Diamond Prox did show himself, but can they? It's going to be all about the hook now from Edward, and I don't think, unless he lands a spectacular hook, it would be something amazing, because Madlife coming back down to try and help out as well.
I don't think they can actually dive this just yet. Darren has to hit that level 6 before they can go for it, as we do see Genja left all alone in that mid lane right now, being pressured quite a bit. That turret most likely will be dropping right now. And in the top lane, Alex is pretty much being forced back at this point as Rapstar now level 6. You see Edward coming in from behind on CJ Frost in this mid lane.
He's going to come around the side there. Is he going to try and go for a hook? Instead, he just tries to lash it through, doesn't land the hook through, and the Piltover Peacemaker once again from Woong, keeping the pressure on towards Genja. That mid lane turret is very, very low. They're going to Cloud Templar, sure as hell, just as you called it, comes around towards that mid. They're trying to pressure on towards the turret. Diamond Prox is going to head his way up there. He spent a hell of a lot of time, and actually all the experience gain that he had over Templar, he actually lost because of the time he was wasting in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and not to mention Shy was able to get that flashback up in a second, and we'll have that ignite. So he should be fine in that bottom lane. Rapstar looks like he wants to go in here. He's going to
check on the top lane. He's going to go straight in towards it. We're going to cut away, and we do see Rapstar put that burst of damage down on Alex Ich. As it is, we didn't catch a glimpse of it. Meanwhile, down that bottom lane, it's still Darian keeping the pressure. 50 CS to 22 of Shy.
And we'll see how long he can actually hold on to this lead. I mean, he should be able to easily beat him at this point. He could probably dive him, actually. He has that ignite up. He has that ultimate available. Obviously, Shy just hitting that level 6 will have his available, and we'll be able to do quite a bit of damage. And Darren, I think he's going to go in for this.
I think we've learned many times, you don't dive Jax. It's a simple state. Now, I'm not sure whether he's going to have quite the damage. Of course, Shy will be able to jump around. Jump around. As it stands, he also has that ignite ready, sorry.
I was like, wait, I know that song. But Shy is back in that bottom lane. We do see blue buff taken over for CJ Frost. They were able to control this one. Now we'll go over to Rapid Star. Alex is going to have a really tough time right now because of that, unless he's able to pick up some sort of blue himself. But, you know, obviously being in the top lane, going to have a hard time for that happening. And Gambit actually was able to hold onto this mid turret, but as you see, Cloud Templar is coming around, and it looks like they want to make a push here.
Will they be able to jump across and towards Genja? Genja actually getting very close to Templar there now. A quick audacious charge would be enough. He is only at level 4 still though, so tower dive is going to be a dangerous thing. That tower very low though. Woong's going to come in. There's going to be a couple of shots in it. Diamond Prox was coming across. Bullet time goes across there. Can they get the hook on towards Woong? They do manage to get the Wither, and he does get lashed away. The ignite might be enough to finish him off. One hit from Diamond Prox will take him down, and Woong is dropped. Templar now in trouble. Madlife trying to keep them at bay, but he's going to keep pressure on towards him. We do see Genja trying to get on towards Madlife, and Diamond Prox, well, he's going to take the rates.
I think Edward's a little sad right now. He's like, come on guys, I had that with my ignite, as Diamond does take it away. But great job by Diamond, showing why Thresh is so strong with that lantern, pulling him in, and that Wither. And Woong, that's the downside of not running that cleanse. You're not going to be able to escape them if they do hit you with that.
Looks like they're going towards the dragon here, Gambit. They're going to turn and burn. There you can see he's going to get caught on towards that. Darian has just returned, got himself that Giant's build, and a good start towards the Warmogs. And Shy, actually, they're going to fight for this one. They're going to jump on towards Darian. It's Edward that gets himself caught away there with the explosive cask. He's going to get taken down. Rapid start taken low though. Alex Ich going to get dropped in. Diamond Prox taking incredibly low. Shy might be able to get the last hit on him. Yes, he will. Turns and picks up the kill there. Edward now. Alex Ich in trouble. He's going to get caught down. It's a double kill for Shy. And Woong picks up another kill. And that has just thrown away every advantage that Gambit had.
Indeed. I mean, a 3-for-1 now. CJ Frost completely getting back into this game. And Shy, not to mention, he chose Jax against Darren, who played him last time, trying to show him up and like, this is how you play him. He's building a lot differently than we saw Darren build so far. The great play by Frost to know they were stronger than him at that point. They haven't gone for Dragon just yet, and I'm curious if Gambit's going to go for that to try to pick it up. As we do see, Rapid Star is pushing this top lane, trying to keep the pressure on.
Well, very well played, and really it was the explosive cast that kind of started off, and it's so dangerous that if Rapid Star is around with that explosive cast to start out that Dragon when you don't have full vision. It was a ballsy play from Gambit, and it's backfired horribly. Diamond Prox, all the work he's done in that jungle, all the working advantages he got of taking Templar and still keeping the aggression on. We do see this top turret now. Just as we saw before, the turret's falling to CJ Enters Frost.
And they should be able to pick this one up. We do have Edward potentially coming in from the side, but Thresh won't really be able to offer too much help here, as Rapid Star's ultimate up is in 3 seconds, so they could... Ooh, they're just going to push him out instead.
Cloud Templar's also coming around on towards Darien on this bottom lane, and now Darien, the pings go down. Shy realizes he's going to engage. The counter-strike's going to get flashed out off, but he's going to get the audacious charge. 3 talent strike will bounce him up in the air. One more jump comes across. Darien now manages to get the apprehend on towards Shy. The ignite goes down. He goes for the dunk. He's got the ignite.
Got it.
He's got him. Darien now turning away, and it's Cloud Templar backing off. Nice play from Darien.
Screw that. Don't dive at Jax. Don't dive at Darius right there, as we just saw. But still, in the meantime, Frost going to get that top turret. Going to take it 2-0 at this point. But Darius, great play by him. Dragon being started yet again. There is a ward on it, and Frost might be able to react to this.
There's nothing they can do about it. They've taken that top turret. They invested too much. 3 members in towards that top, but a turret for a Dragon. I think it's a satisfying turnaround for Frost nevertheless. And that is going to be the Dragon picked up. They're going to turn and run towards the mid turret. You can see Mad Life going to come in there, try and defend this one out. But Genja and Diamond Prox heading straight towards that turret. He should be able to clear that wave off.
And not a lot of damage actually done to any turret so far for Gambit Gaming. The bot, it's about half health. Mid, I can't even call it like a 6 down so far, but that's also because GG's been pushed up against their own turret this entire time. And that CS difference we were talking about with Shy and Darien so far, it was originally, I think, 30 CS. Now it's approaching, well, almost 50 at this point. And Darien doing a great job of farming, great job of that kill he picked up, and he should have that Warmog's armor picked up very soon.
Speaking of farming, I think Edward just went and took the golems at the top.
Oh, yeah, that's Edward.
It is Edward indeed. You can see the goal difference between them. Supports-wise, Edward actually has a lead on the bottom lane, and the 2 supports, the 2 AD carriers fairly close, just 300 difference, and there it is. CJ Enters Frost again, taking out that bottom turret. Rapid Star's in the bush, and he's going to roll out the barrel in towards Diamond. Piltover Peacemaker comes across as well, but they do defend off that turret. It's going to throw down the Spirit Fire. It will just clear out that wave.
So what's interesting is Frost did this exact same thing last game. They put the Gragas in a 1v, well, it was 1v2 at that time, but put him in his own lane, and then they just roamed around the map doing that 3-man pressure on the mid turret, going to top, going to bottom. They're taking these turrets, but you know what? Gambit is reacting to it a lot better this time. They've been able to hold it off, and they have that gold lead right now.
Not Shy on this top lane is going to be up against the Kazakhs, and actually Jax is a pretty good fight against Kazakhs, which is why Shy will probably be quite happy to see this one. There's not a great deal of damage from Alex. He has got, of course, that Brutalizer on there with the Tear of the Goddess, so he should be able to poke him down, but Shy's going to feel much more comfortable up against Alex and Kazakhs here than he would do against that Darien.
I'm trying to remember correctly, but did Alex actually have Merc Treads before he bought his Brutalizer last game? I can't remember.
No idea of the exact order because, I was kind of commentating on the play-by-play.
Sure. Well, I mean, if so, it really shows that he has a different game this time. He has a lot better time farming. He's able to get that 1 kill, able to get the ball rolling for him. And we talked about he is the key member for them to get the game going, as you do see him trying to be aggressive on Shy at this point. And Rapid Star will be able to pick up that blue.
Well, Edward just seeing if he can try and get a lash on towards Mad Life, throws out that lamp. Darien continuing to farm. He's up against Wound this time. Wound's got to be careful. Alex Hitch, meanwhile, putting the pressure on towards Shy, jumps away from that counter-strike, did get stunned out regardless, and here comes Rapid Star. He hasn't got a tower to fall back on. The explosive cask is available, tries to use that ultimate, tries to turn aggressive. He's going to need Genja to come in and help, and he's going to get jumped on, and that explosive cask will be enough. It's Shy that picks up the kill.
And that's with Rapid Star not having that great of items at this point. That Seeker's Arm Guard just for the 80 damage he's to be up against, not to mention the Sork Shoes. And we do have Diamond coming for a gank on this bot lane. Will he be able to get it?
Diamond coming out there, but he hasn't used the Wither onto Woong. He's more just pressuring him away, trying to pick up that first turret of the game for Gambit. They will go on towards it, and they're going to have the minions on. They will be picked up. Wedwood tried to get the leash and throw out towards Mad Life to try and get that hook down. First turret of the game for Gambit, and Shy actually getting pressured by Genja. Genja's used Ghost here. He's going to pursue onto this one. Has managed to make it rain down. That will get the slowdown double up as well, but he hasn't got the damage, and that's going to be Summoners burnt by both members.
Totally worth it though for Genja. That Ghost on a ridiculously quicker cooldown than that flash, not to mention keeping that away from Shy means he doesn't have that double escape, he doesn't have that potential counter-strike into your entire team, so it gives him a really good advantage in these team fights. But the game is starting to slow down just a little bit at this point, as items are finally being completed, some major ones. The Warmock's done for Darien. We see still just that Brutalizer and that tier for Alex. Looking over at Diamond Prox, he's pretty much standard build, builds that that Spirit Stone and then goes in Aegis.
Speaking of ridiculously short cooldowns, Explosive Cask is nearly available for Rapid Star, and they are going to keep pressure on towards this bottom. This will be the third turret of the game as the belches come out from Rapid Star as he chugs down them potions. Edward's going to come out, the flash comes in, that's on towards Woong, pulls him in, throws down the box, will get the slowdown on towards Woong. He is definitely the target, and here comes Diamond Prox on towards him. Woong getting lashed up there, does get the ignite down, one more key from Diamond Prox will be enough, waits for the exhaust to run out. He's just going to get one more big hit, there it is, you can see it's charged up, boom, headshot, takes him down, the hook comes in from Edward, Alex Hitch comes leaping in there, can they finish on towards Edward? Edward is going to go down, it's Cloud Templar now being the target, they're going to jump back in on towards Darian taking very low, it's Shy, he should be able to take him down, they're going to dissipate, Shy should get the jump on towards Alex Hitch, yes he will, he picks up a kill now, Rapid Star on towards him, he could get a double with one barrel, Darian's going to keep him at bay, he turns around, the minion should be enough on towards Rapid Star, Wither comes down, flashes out of it,
here comes Genja.
One more barrel, will it be enough? Genja's going to come around, Darian's trying to bait them out there, but no, they've called it away, and Darian instead is going to run away, has he been long enough? 15 seconds is the required time, the barrel's going to come around, the turret, Kale comes down, and wow, what great play from Gambit.
Amazing play out of Gambit right there to really go in on that entire fight. That Thresh Lantern yet again being used to its full extent as Genja wasn't in that fight the entire time, except either way, Gambit held onto their own, came out ahead in that fight, and Genja was trying to push that mid turret, starting to get farmed up. He started to get almost to the point where he's actually really dangerous with that bullet time.
Yeah, and as it is, they see more armor coming out down. He has got the Warmugs on us ready, and he's starting to become a real issue. 4-1-1 though, Shy. And you can't doubt those hooks of Edward. They managed to land two key ones in that fight. As it stands, Infinity Edge nearly completed by Woong. Woong, of course, was the early man to go down there. Genja is 1v1 against him in that mid lane, and maybe looking at going aggressive. Netshot comes across, Cloud Templar making a way down that river. Oracle already picked up by Genja as well, so early Oracle's coming out from Gambit. They're trying to turn this pressure into some sort of map dominance. That bottom turret is going to just get defended out there by Darian. It was nearly gone down. See immediately Alex Hitch jumps across, get that clean, that big wave of farm out. And can they push on? Dragon is up in 5 seconds.
Oh, he gets a pull!
Shy. Hooks on, Edward goes very deep on towards him. Is he going to continue chasing this one? Apprehend will be available for Darian. He's not going to go for it.
But still, they did push him away. They should be able to secure this Dragon as well. Diamond Prox has to come down for it. And with the Oracle on Edward, they can clear any vision here. There is one pink ward available, though. Or sorry, one pink ward down at this point, so they know what's going on. The Gambit, they should be able to take this quick enough as Frost does start to close in on him.
Shy is going to be running for this one. Hasn't got the boots, so he's going to get caught out. Alex Hitch actually getting a shot there. It's Diamond Prox that plays out full defensive duties, and they come around towards that Dragon. Can Cloud Templar get in and try and get the snipe on towards? He just wants to get the smite down as much as he can. Diamond Prox, the hooks coming out from Edward. They're trying to bait out, see if they can pick up some kills from this one. Alex Hitch does manage to get rockets down, but they do back off from this one. Shy has rejoined the fight. Gambit just disengaged. They're quite happy to take the Dragon and extend their gold lead by 3,000.
Yeah, great transition by them right there. We do have Diamond finally stacking up some gold. He's sitting on 1,100 when he does back. Should have that Aegis done. And Gambit, I mean, they only have one turret at this point, but still, they're doing such an amazing job, as we do see. I think Genja's going to go ahead and pick up that Infinity Edge as he backs as well, or at least get very soon to it with the Berserker Greaves.
Oracle from Edward. He's lashing out, clearing out the wards. And there is a pink in that bush as well, and he's going to do just that. Cloud Templar thought about going for it, but nope. He doesn't want to mess with Edward.
Oh, well, he did actually went for the Bloodthirster instead. So Genja, he has that Ghost and that Cleanse. It's all up to, I have to say, it's really up to him and Alex and Darian to really maneuver around the CC that Frost has. And by CC, I mean the dissipation they have out of that Xin and Gragas ultimate. We saw in that last fight how deadly it really was, but we saw Edward come out big for his team with that nice grab. He was able to lock down Woong.
Well, the difference here is the fact that Alex Hitch has a much more sort of, I don't know, he hasn't got more items than he had before, but he seems ahead of where he was before.
Yeah.
And Darian is way ahead of Shy right now. That's actually a lie. He's not way ahead of Shy, because Shy was 4-1-1. So he's got the gold. You can see gold is actually only 200 between them. So it is pretty close between them. But as opposed to the last game when he was on Singed, he's up there. And Darian was hurting against him last time. Jax, ironically, has got exactly what he needs. So Jax is going to become a problem late game as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where actually Frost wants to make the next move, or even Gambit. We do have that bottom turret for Gambit very, very low at this point, and yet Frost stops sending their AD carry support down there to really go for it and really hammer home these turrets.
Aegis of the Legion being picked up as well by Diamond. We've seen this before. Builds that Runic Bulwark early on, and that's going to be an important item, I feel, especially with Rapid Star once he gets that ulti in there.
Yeah, it's really going to help out quite a bit. Not to mention, you have Darren who can just run in there. I mean, he's so tanky. You have that Sunfire Cape built up as his next major item. There's nothing, well, there's not nothing, but Frost is really going to have a hard time dealing with him. They don't have just the upfront damage they're going to need, but Shy, I mean, 4-1, you mentioned it before, he's going to be extremely deadly as this game progresses a little bit more. Doesn't have any damage item built up just yet. But as you can see, his build has differed quite a bit from Darien last game.
So 20-minute mark about to be hit. 2-1 in turrets currently for Frost. Bottom turret on absolutely nothing for Gambit, but they have managed to defend it out a few times. They were 3-0 up, Gambit, but they managed to almost throw it excessively in at the Dragon fight, but they have worked their way back into this one very nicely. Alex Itch on Shy in that top lane, and Shy feeling aggressive. Alex has to pop his ultimate to run away from that one. Didn't want to engage, and Shy is starting to become very strong in this top lane.
Yeah, he really is. And Frost, we see Madlife actually picked up an Oracle himself, so we have Oracles on both supports at this point, and they're really trying to take control of the game by taking control of the map, by getting all the coverage they possibly can, really deny any vision as possible, as you see them fighting over those wards right there. But so far, Gambit kind of winning out ahead in this as they have been able to clear a lot more wards out. We're able to pick up that last dragon, and Edward, who's 1, 2, and 4, has 4,800 gold total to his counterpart at 3,200. So he has a lot more access to wards, and not to mention items.
Yeah, they've both got that Oracle out, and Edward's had it for a very long time. Actually, his cooldown time is nearly finished. As it is, we do see Madlife. His is fairly new. Shy just getting spotted by Alex Itch in that top lane, and there's pressure coming in towards the middle. But Gambit, as it is, both teams are just taking a breather, I think it's safe to say, so we can take a breather. Let's have a look through the items, just to see what we're seeing building up here. Infinity Edge on Woong, and compared to that Bloodthirst that we saw built up earlier, actually Darien spotting out Madlife there, and now he's backing away from it, realised that Woong was coming in. You know, you don't find Madlife without that AD carry being too far away.
Very true. But in terms of items, as you mentioned before, we do have, the Phage still done for Jax, for Shy on the top, and he has a lot of gold on him to spend still. He's sitting on 1,300. We see Rapid Star with 1,600 as well, and Alex just jumping away. I mean, that's one thing he has really to his advantage. He's level 11. He has that extended leap range. And I'm really curious to see how these fights are going to go, because Diamond, with that Wither, it's going to be crucial. It's up to him to really land the Wither on the right target to set up the entire fight for them. With Woong having no cleanse, I keep harshing on it, but it's really going to shut him down or even shut Shy down.
Well, one of the things that we're seeing different with Alex Itch is the fact that he's got that BF sword already, so Bloodthirster's going to be soon. Instead, he went for the Giant's Bubble for him, was kind of hampering himself in what sort of build to go towards. Needed that tankiness. Diamond Proc's going to be helping out. Blue Buff's going to go across to Alex Itch here, but they have to deal with Shy. He's clawing back the CS. He had that gold advantage with the fact that he's got the kills. 4-1-1. He's going to go back and buy. Let's see what he picks up. No, he's cancelled it, and it's Genja that's actually now going to try and stop him split pushing.
Yeah, Shy's done a great job getting back into this game, because we saw earlier he was down 50 CS, but he picked up that double kill, was able to pick up a couple more items on top of that. And we do have Dragon coming up in about a minute. You see Edward actually picked up another Oracle for himself just to keep that vision war going on, as Madlife still has his available for about another minute or two.
They're going to drive him. Have they got enough? They're going to throw. I think Shy's going to jump in. It's going to be Wild Growth from Madlife to try and pop him and bounce him. Edward is just off the side though, and Genja, no, they're not going to go for it. The rest of the team, and wisely so, because I think Gambit could have reacted a bit quicker to that.
And he might have gotten lucky on that one too, just seeing the red buff up. He's like, oh hey, I'll take the red buff before I go back to the lane, and saved himself without even knowing. Like Gambit, 30 seconds now with Dragon. They have the timer on it. They're backing out to buy up and heal and pick up a couple of wards, as the Runic Bulwark is now finished onto Diamond Procs, and Dragon is where it's going to be at right here. As Darien, look at him. He is so beefy right now, sitting on 3,300 life with that 158 armor to pretty much an all AD team, minus Rapid Star, obviously.
Yeah, the Sunfire Cape, of course, helping him, rounding him out, as it were. He's not so much a stocky chap, he's just well built.
He's well built, he's very fit.
It's very toned as Dragon spawns and Gambit Gaming already there. Spirit Fire goes down, but we do see that CJ enters Frost are close by. Shield getting thrown out from Edward for Diamond. They think they're being sneaky on this one, but they are not. Cloud Templar is ready and waiting to maybe come across here. They have taken it down to half hit points already, and Alex Itch is going to come across the side. They realise that the rest of the team are there. We could see a hook come out as they try and poke towards it. They've let it reset. They've realised that they are not as sneaky as they think. We do see Genja coming around the side. Bullet Time would be perfect setup now if they can engage. Apprehend on towards Cloud Templar. Darien starts to get it down. The hook comes down on towards Cloud Templar as well. Shy jumps in. He's been built up, but Darien picks down one already.
Oh, the bullet time!
The bullet time lands across them. He does manage to get interrupted. Madlife's going to back away. It's actually Shy they're turning on towards now. He's going to try and jump away. Double flash there from CJF Frost. And you can see Ace in the hole coming out. That's not going to do a great deal. Genja's managed to catch him out. Rapid starts trying to get away. It's Shy they're going to pursue. He's going to run around the turrets. Can they close him down? He jumps across. He takes the turret. Will he get away from this? No, the voice waves come down. He gets hooked in, apprehended, and Darien gets the kill. They turn back to Dragon.
And I don't know if you guys saw this at home and in the audience, but Alex, he actually juked Shy so hard because he baited him in towards the top side of the bush, then jumped completely over him to get into the middle of that team fight. It was an amazing play out of him. They're going to pick up this Dragon, and they picked up a couple of kills off the back of that as well. 6-9 now in favor of Gambit. They have a 5,000 gold lead. And they're also down 1-3 in turrets, so we could see Gambit starting to group up, starting to push these turrets down and extend that lead even further. Bloodthirster finally done now for Alex, and he is pretty mumuch, I think, about 5 to 10 minutes ahead of his build from last game.
And that one fight has turned it around for Darien, because while it was getting closer between the two top laners, he's now got a 1,200 gold difference suddenly gained, and there's another giant spell come out along with the pickaxe. So what is he building towards? What's he going to go for next?
I was thinking it was going to be a frozen mallet, actually, with that Giant's belt, but not too sure. And then also the pickaxe could be for a Hex Drinker, you know, eventually building up.
Yep.
But I guess we'll just find out how it goes. I'm not 100% sure exactly what to go for. And the health stacking can be very dangerous if we see Woong pick up a Blade of the Rune King, but for right now, it's working out completely for him. He's soaking up so much damage for his team, allowing Alex to be that assassin, Genja just sitting back.
Thresh thought about Edward, was trying to get on towards Madlife just down in the bush there, trying to see if he can hook in towards him. We do also see actually 4 members of Gambit around that mid lane turret. They have taken their first turret of the game. This second turret taken very low. There's a barrel coming rolling out there. Darien might be able to get the apprehending, but he's not going to get baited in towards this one. Shy is teleporting back. He realizes that mid lane is under pressure. They're going to try and see if they can create something, as it is Edward just off the side, trying to see if he can get any lashes in there, clearing out the wards. Can he come around, get any hooks?
Edward is coming in from behind right now. This is going to be very dangerous for Frost, but luckily for them, they have great wave clearing, and if anyone of Gambit gets too close, they could be knocked into the enemy team and taken out instantly, as this turret looks like will finally drop as Frost does back away.
They do take it down. Rapid Star went aggressive there. He put the wild growth down. The bullet went in as well, but it's Cloud Templar that's in trouble once again. The dome comes out. There's the bullet time catching CJF Frost entirely in their wake. Woong has to flash away from a flying Alex Itch, and it's going to be Diamond Prox that continues to chase, lands on a cat trap there, and now they're going to push on towards the turret. Have they got enough to try and take it down? One member of Frost down. They had to back away, and Gambit do give up on this one. They managed to get another turret though, and it's a 6,000 golden lead.
Well, with Templar down, not having his ultimate up, and as well as Rapid Star, they could potentially go for it because they have the ability to take it without having to be harassed too much. Rapid Star with that blue buff, ult will be up in about 30 seconds. I don't think Gambit will be able to get this turret, but they'll be able to harass it down quite a bit.
Thrown out from Diamond, just knowing he's going to be able to tank out that turret. He has got the runic bulwark, so he's quite tanky right now, and the armor is pretty high on him. Edward himself is up to 91 armor, and he's slowly collecting more souls as he goes. It is down the bottom though. Darien's just going to wipe out that wave. He is getting incredibly strong right now. We saw him getting that slam dunk once again. Didn't get the finisher, but got the kill nevertheless with the ignite. And Alex Itch, he's becoming a problem as well. So Cloud Templar is the man that they've actually been focusing pretty heavily every time they started these fights.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting, but I mean, it's the closest person to him. Why not kill him when you have that damage to do it? For anyone wondering, we have Diamond Prox. He actually levels up his Spirit Fire first, goes for his Wither next, and he also has plus 200 on his Q so far. So as the game progresses on, obviously he's going to be hitting even harder. That's why he builds that straight tank. And Frost looks like they're clearing out Baron Pit here with that Oracle. But I'm not sure they can go for it. It is relatively early on in the game at this point when they're already behind.
I think they're more worried about the fact that Gambit are going to go for it. Yeah, they just went in and sweeped out the wards there. But as it is, they've left their mid lane fairly well exposed here. Gambit have 4 members coming up there. They don't have Genji with them though, because he's picking that red buff up. But they could still push on towards the turret nonetheless. And there's Frost, have managed to rotate round and protect it.
And speaking of Genji, he's had so many perfect bullet times this entire game so far. I've counted like 2 or 3 in that last one. It completely zoned out Frost. and kept them away from the turret and got them that kill. But we do have Shy potentially going in here.
He jumps straight on towards Alex Ich. Will he get baited? The apprehend comes out from Shy there, and immediately the bleed is on him as Darian keeps the poke down. The rockets coming out once again from Alex Ich, keeping them void spikes on him. All lanes are currently under pressure here. Edward continues to go around. He's just swept out the Baron pit.
Well, and we do have Diamondprox actually setting on the side. He's not spotted by Ward. He did step on a Caitlyn trap, but obviously the vision has dissipated away. He could come in from behind. He's tanky enough to do it with that Ghost to pretty much just lock down Woong or lock down Shy. And it looks like they are going to steal that red buff away and then maybe go for this turret.
They're taking the red buff. Here comes Genja. He's going to have that one. This is actually, he's probably going to be given across to somebody else because he's already got one red buff. He takes the Wraiths though. Edward going around the side. Can he land the hooks? Oh, actually Madlife is very close to him. Didn't go for the hook though. But we do see the Spirit Fire getting thrown down from Edward just to keep them at bay. And Edward continues to clear out the ward. He's got a lot of gold so far from that one single Oracle.
Yeah, and what they're doing right now is so perfect. Gambit is trapping them in. They have pretty much no escape route. If they come in from behind and the front at the same time with those two tanky targets, as they're just going to face tank this turret, should be able to get it down. And Frost looking for an engage.
They're going to dive in it. It's Darian they've gone for. They're the most tankiest. Remember, the hook came out. Shy goes jumping across there. He gets caught out in the box, and Genja was taken very low. And Woong is going to get dropped by the bleed here. There's the hook on towards Shy. Alex Ich picks up the kill on them. He goes leaping across, gets another down. Can he jump for it? He's not going to follow it through. It's going to be the turret. Rapidstar now being pursued by Darian. Apprehend will be back up in a moment. You can see he's going to keep it down. No, he jumps away, and that belly dash into the Dragon Pit is going to get him safe. And now Rapidstar may be thinking, oh wait, no, he's gone for the apprehend. He keeps the bleed down on him. Darian's continuing to put the damage down. He hasn't got his ultimate to follow it off. They're going for the Baron. And
they have the time to take it. So played that last fight. I mean, we had Diamondprox tanking that turret, baiting them into a fight that they were going to, or that Frost was going to lose. Ended up taking that fight 3-0 and should be able to secure this Baron as well. That gives them a huge lead. And not to mention, they have a lot of gold to spend on each target. Darian sitting on 2,000. We have Diamond sitting on 2,000. We have Alex Ich probably going to be around 1,900. Actually, now 2,000 at this point. 4 members of them have over 2,000 gold to spend. They're going to come back even stronger and take away this blue buff away from Rapidstar to keep that ultimate on a low cooldown so he can't harass.
Oh, they got him! They've gone on towards Rapidstar. Rapidstar's going to get dropped here. Edward is going to be given the kill as well. They actually let him have that one. Wow, he said, you know, you landed the hook, you deserve it. And they're going to give it to him. They're going to chase on towards him though. Madlife gets on to him now. You're going to see Diamondprox coming out. He's got no mana. Alex Ich jumps away from this one. Frost might be able to pick up some kills. They're going to get the ace and a hold on towards Alex Ich, but he's tanky enough to just shrug it off. And now Diamondprox is going to get dived on. The lash comes out from Edward. Shy gets beaten backwards along with the void spikes.
Great job by Edward right there to knock them back. Mob Memorious was completed for Darius, so we did see the item finally come out. But Gambit, they're going to be so strong this next engage. Cloud Templar actually sniffing around, maybe trying to stop that. See the pull to Shy.
Pull in towards the turret. Edward's taken very low though. Is he going to be locked strong enough? No! Shy takes him down, and they're going to turn on towards the turret, but they can't hang around too long because here comes Alex Ich and Darian. They have to start running.
Yes, they do. I mean, we had bolt time up for Genja, but they didn't have any way to lock them down. Dragon is currently up right now, but with Gambit picking up a lot of major items, there's no need for them to actually go for it, as Shy is kind of heading for it himself. We see the Bloodthirster Last Whisper combo finished up for Genja. We see it actually the Spirit
Alex just going to melt Woong there. He's got Darian, the Randian's Omen as well, and you can see the barrels coming through. Didn't pursue it, didn't have jump available. Shy has to back away. He was in the Dragon Pit, but Alex Ich and Darian continuing to pressure down that bottom lane. Can they catch anyone out? Templar's backing away. Right in front of the wall. He goes jumping through. He's got his ultimate running. He's going to get counter-strike, but here comes Darian around the side. Explosive cast trying to get him out, but as I mentioned, he's already picked up that Randian's Omen. It makes him so tanky, and he just has to jump away on towards Rapidstar.
And we do see Diamondprox as well. He picked up a Spirit of the Ancient Golem. I've never actually seen him get that far in his build. Gambit pushing this bottom.
Game's normally over by now.
Yeah, it usually is at this point, but we do have him pushing down that bottom tier 2 turret with the Baron on 4 members down here as Edward finally did respawn. He picked up a Locket of the Iron Solar to give him even extra, tankiness for this AoE damage that Rapidstar is going to be putting down. And Rapid without the... Oh, we see Diamond getting engaged on.
He gets the counter-strike on towards Darian and Diamondprox, but Alex Ich is there. This could be a mistake by CJF as Frost. Gambit is there. Genja, could he get the bullet time? They're perfectly lined up for him. And that's going to be the slam dunk. He's got 1. He's got 2.
He's got 3.
He's got 3. They're going to chase on towards Woong. Alex Ich going to need to jump on. Can he get the voice spikes? His voice spikes will be up in a moment to try and get it. Uses the ultimate, gets the slow. No! The spikes miss Woong. I don't believe it.
But still, the damage is done. Picking up those 3 kills, Alex was able to survive. They're going to get this inhibitor turret, get an inhibitor off the back of that as well, and they are looking very good to take this second game and take it to a game number 3, Demon.
Well, it does look like you mentioned, it could be game 3. As I mentioned before, Gambit Gaming, they didn't lose a single match last Intel Extreme Masters World Championships. They've already gone 1-0 down with Frost, and they were tested. Gambit have responded on this red side, and well, who'd have thought? You ban out Singed, looks like you might get a win.
Yeah, who would have thought that? I don't know, but Darren, look at him. He's 9-1-3 at this point. He's built pretty much straight tank, and yet he's carrying the game with those dunks. That true damage.
9-1-3, that's huge.
And he's straight tank as well. I mean, well, obviously Mob Memorius is not necessarily a tank item, but still, he's really carrying his team at this point. As you see, Genja picked up a Guardian's Angel as well, which that's pretty much standard for him. He loves that GA.
He's keeping it real, I think it is.
Keeping it real.
Going back to his roots, I guess we could say. As it stands, Gambit Gaming, they have a 15,000 gold lead, so looking like we may well indeed get that game 3. What do you do as Frost? Do they try and get resilient, or do you go, right, okay, this game is clearly over, let's focus on the next one?
You know, I don't really think this game can be over. I mean, well, it obviously could be for Gambit, but Frost, they have the opportunity to get back in this game. It's all about the execution of their team fights. We have, you know, Darren and Diamond, who are extremely tanky, getting in your face, but what you need to do is, if you can catch Genja or catch Edward or Alex and burst them down, you have a huge advantage in these fights. If Darren can be exhausted or at least slow down with the attack speed reduction off the barrel of Rapid Start.
They've managed to apprehend Madlife. He's had to use his wild growth to try and beat himself away. Alex Isco's jumping in, and you can see Cloud Templar going in. He disperses them very well, but again, there is the bullet time going across. The dunk comes in from Darian. He didn't get the reset though, wasn't quite close enough. The apprehend on Shai.
And the pull.
Pulls him back in. He gets another one. Alex Isco's leaping across. His Diamond that picks up the kill. The Ignite running on Rapid Star. He will just about get away, but it's the Nexus turret they're working on now. They're going to try and tank this one out. I don't think they've quite got enough. They're going to have to back away. They need the minions. They're going to go towards the middle inhibitor.
And right as I say, Frost can get back in this game. They pretty much lose 3 members and pretty much lose the game at that point. The inhibitor's going to be taken down. Baron has one off, so they don't have that regen, but with Genja with that GA available, the damage they have, they can take these turrets down. Not to mention they have 20 seconds on Wound, 20 on Shai, and 10 on Cloud Templar.
It's going to be Gambit Gaming that take game 2 here. They're going to turn down on towards the Nexus. Madlife gets jumped on, turns Alex Hitch into a little pixie as he walks away, and it is going to be the Nexus going down. 20 kills to 7. It's a very one-sided turnaround from Gambit Gaming. It's exactly what they needed. It's exactly what we wanted. It's game 3 here in the semi-finals of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships. We're going to go over to our analysis desk to take us through the crazy action of that game.
Gambit ties the series 1-1. That is the Gambit Gaming we expected to come out in the first game. A dominant performance. They flipped dominations there.
It's exactly what we said. Gambit Gaming backs against the wall, turn things around. They're 1 game down. They're in a do-or-die game. They come backstage. They have a little bit of a team talk. They have a bit of encouragement coming from Groove. They go back out there and they are a completely different team.
Let's be honest, from the very get-go, that was tense. You know, the opening minutes of that matchup, it was trading back and forth, and everybody was very, very timid in the opening minutes. But Darian on Darius was dominating that bottom lane. He had double the CS by about 6 minutes. He had about a 50 CS lead approaching the 12, 14, 15 minutes, I think is what Jason was saying. And he just really stamped an authority on that lane. Once we started getting to the mid-game and some more picks and some more engagement started to happen, that was when Gambit really extended their lead. But until that moment, it was very, very tense and very, very close.
Is there one key moment or element to the game that shifted that path differently from the first game?
The first thing they did, which made it a little, gave them the chance that they didn't have in the first game, was they allowed that Caitlyn Lulu. They knew it was coming, they saw it was coming, they left it open, they picked it. And, okay, you're going to lane swip, you're going to stick him in the mid lane to do what you did before. Well, hey, what? Now, our AD carry and our spoiler in the mid lane, you're not going to do quite what you did to Alex like you did in the first round. Switch it up a bit, allowed him a chance to farm this time, allowed him a chance to get a little bit stronger, and you saw what he was doing there by the end of that game, just chunking people down, leaping all over the place as if he'd been in that mid lane farming all game long as if he has before. That was the start, and then